Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Could Be Worse. My name is Tyler. This is Dom.
What's up? What's up?
And we're doing a special live in-person broadcasting from an undisclosed location.
My fucking kitchen table.
Yeah.
Very undisclosed.
I came back to visit Dom, see his pretty face in person. And being back in our hometown for about 5 minutes, I realized why you always want to kill yourself.
Yeah, you can see where my mental illness stems from very clearly.
Yeah, no, I came here and like within 15 minutes, I was like, oh, right, there's absolutely nothing to do in suburban New Jersey.
You immediately were like, I need some sort of drugs.
Yeah.
At once.
Thankfully,
we're gonna have a problem.
I brought some edibles with me from Denver.
Yes.
I brought 50 edibles through TSA security at DIA, which DIA, the airport in Denver, they're on record as saying that they've busted a total of, I think, 3 people since the airport opened for weed. Which I'm going to go out on a limb and say that a few more than 3 people have tried to bring weed through DIA.
I mean, we're 2 already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's like a don't ask, don't tell pot. Like, they don't look for it. And like, I think if you get busted, it's kind of just like a, okay, we'll throw it out. And unless you're an asshole, we'll just look the other way kind of thing.
Yeah, the TSA, I'm sure, will know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Those...
government workers are no stranger to,
Yeah, everyone knows the TSA is the tightest run ship there is.
Right. They're the thin blue line keeping us safe from those animals on the other side.
I mean, can you imagine what would happen if we didn't have? I mean,
literally nothing. Yeah. But as a white person, it's like there's no better feeling than getting away with petty crimes. I don't know what it is, but like shoplifting, bringing weed through airport security, just little stuff.
All that I do as much as I can.
Right. Because if you get caught, you just swipe the white privilege gold card and all is forgiven.
Yeah. I just flash the pearly whites.
And it's all according to Twitter, that's all it takes. I say I'm sorry, I flash my baby blues, and it all goes away.
Right. Twitter has a very strong grasp of how breaking the law works.
Right.
They think white people are just out here just mowing people down on the streets, drunk driving, constantly shooting people.
Right.
No consequence.
Yeah. But dude, my experience flying here was hell on fucking earth.
Yeah.
It always is. I've never taken a flight and been like, that was pleasant.
Yeah, so I heard. So
it started like I get to the airport. They tell you because of fucking COVID. First of all, every business, everything in the world right now is offering dog shit service. And like, COVID, sorry.
It's the golden excuse.
Everybody, things that don't. I submitted one of my pilot scripts to some like reading service, and they're like, we're sorry, it's gonna take at least a month. COVID. And it's like, does COVID affect your ability to read a PDF document in some way? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
So immediately you get to the airport, COVID. You got to show up 4 hours early because COVID.
Of course.
Makes time move slower, apparently.
Yeah.
You got to wear the mask for fucking the whole time.
Terrible.
The mask in the airport, mask on the train to the airport, mask in the Uber on the way to the train station. Mask.
Everything mask, dude.
Apparently vaccines are fake and don't work. Everyone who makes the rules on masks at the airport's a fucking anti-vaxxer because, I mean, I got the J&J shits, which, okay, maybe I have to wear a mask.
Maybe you should have
Maybe I should have to mask up, but you have the Pfizer. That's supposed to be...
That's the cream of the crop, baby.
As long as it doesn't make your heart explode, it's supposed to be the best one.
Yeah, don't tell me that because it might actually explode.
Right. Well, I think you're in the danger zone. I think if you make the first month without stroking out, I think that's the end of the...
That were good.
So I get to the airport like fucking 3 hours early.
Right.
Make the decision to, okay, edibles are going in the carry-on, not the check bag.
Okay.
Because, again, I like my odds. 3 people ever getting caught.
You're fine, dude.
Let's roll the dice, Yeah. So I get through security pretty good. So far, we're cruising. And I get to the gate. Everything's on time. They say, I get a text on my phone, like an update. And they're like, there's some inclement weather in Newark. Some thunderstorms coming in. But it shouldn't be a problem. 1:45 takeoff time. We're still ready to roll.
There's stray bullets over the airs of Newark.
right, yeah.
But should be okay.
There's a fog from the black and milds has risen up into the clouds and obscured the view of the planes, but they're working on clearing it out. So, So I'm waiting there. I go grab a sandwich. I eat a quick sandwich, pop a couple edibles as boarding is
The
going
1-2
on.
punch for a nice flight.
What's up?
The 1-2 punch for a nice flight.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then so we're at the I'm waiting at the gate, and there's this just super hot like goth girl, and she's like arguing with the person at at the counter. I guess like maybe she showed up late and like they gave her seat to somebody.
Right.
It looks like she's trying to get on the flight and there's some issues, and I was like, well. Like, is there any way she could just, I don't know if it's against FAA regulations or something, but is there any way she could maybe just sit on my face? Is that, I don't know if that's as loud or not.
69D, seat 69D is
So of course I say nothing to her.
Right.
I just look at the ground and.
You just think of the things.
Right.
I
think of all the cool things I would say if I actually had balls, and then I say absolutely nothing, ignore her existence the entire time.
Course.
And anytime she walks near me, I almost have a panic attack. This girl's scaring me.
You're a silver-tongued fox.
Yeah, exactly. Like the stud I am.
Now, this is an important question. Goth, but were the titties big?
Normal sized titties.
Okay.
But she had like the sleeve tattoos.
Okay.
Did
she work at Applebee's by any chance?
I hope so. If there's any justice,
That would be
in the
my
world,
first
I hope
question.
So. Yeah.
That would be my
First question. Do you work at Applebee's? Follow up. Will you sit on my face?
Yes.
So I'm captivated by this just absolute angel.
Yeah.
Arguing with the lady at the front desk.
Yeah.
And so fucking finally we get on this plane. We're sitting there and they're like, we're gonna they turn off, like you have to turn your phone off and everything like that. They close the cabin door, pull the plane out. We start just doing laps around the fucking term. I mean, just laps. Like we're driving to fucking New Jersey on this thing.
The pilot's lost. He's
right.
too stoned.
And I'm on 2 edibles. So I'm coming up and I'm like, this seems like it's taking a long time.
Right.
But again, I don't know if maybe everything feels like forever. So maybe I'm just kind of.
You can't trust yourself entirely here. Like, yeah.
I'm starting to think there's going to be an issue, but I don't know if I'm just like in my head at this point.
You got to give the plane like a 15-minute buffer where you think this is just normal. Yeah.
So they drive us around and then all of a sudden we pull off to the side and the captain's like, all right, it's too rainy in New Jersey for us to land there, and it's also too hot in Denver for us to take off.
What the fuck?
So we need to sit here for 40 minutes on the plane, just on the tarmac, and I guess solve those problems somehow. I don't know. They're very unclear of like what? The fucking
That's complete
solution
bullshit.
is. Yeah.
They had to fuck something up.
It's clearly
Too hot.
Yeah.
Planes leave from Dubai every day.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It was hot. It was like 100 degrees. But I mean, it's 100 degrees all summer in
Right.
Denver,
That's
so.
snow. Yeah.
And the whole time, too, like, it's been probably about an hour and a half or so since we got on the plane. And like, they're like, we can't pass out food because of COVID. You know? we can only give you a half a water bottle because of COVID.
Right.
And
the tiny fucking showed.
It's like a sip of water.
Right, yeah.
And people haven't eaten in like hours. People are like bartering for snacks. Like, I'll trade you my kid for a fucking Kit Kat. Please, I'm so hungry. And then they put the announcement on. They're like, keep your mask on and you can take it off to eat and drink, but you have to put it back on in between bites and sips. Between bites and sips.
Can I take it off to kill myself at least, please?
For taking a fistful of pills and washing it down with alcohol, what's the protocol
Yeah, can
there?
I take my mask down to take copious amounts of drugs?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So like we're delayed probably about like 2 hours, and finally they go to maybe like 3 hours. We're going on 3 hours, and there's some rule where if you I guess if you're sitting on the tarmac for 3 hours or something, they have to let you off the plane. It's like FAA regulations.
It's like the high school rules. If the teacher's 15 minutes late,
Exactly.
you get to fly the plane.
Yeah. Right. So I'm texting my mom, bitching like, oh, this is such bullshit or whatever. You know, making 9/11 jokes. Just what I do.
The usual things you say.
Right. And so she goes like, she's like, well, I looked it up and they're not allowed to keep you on the plane for this long. You need to like be let off. And I was like, well, what do you want me to do here? Do you want me to storm the cockpit and demand they bring us back to the terminal? Like, I don't...
Bust the drink cart through the door.
Yeah.
Let me out!
Let's roll. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I left my box cutter at home. I'm totally shit out of luck here.
Everything I have is under 16 fluid ounces. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Yeah. So right. How am I supposed to make a bomb? I had to leave my water bottle.
How am I
at
gonna blast this door open?
Yeah. So like after probably close to 3 hours, it was right around the threshold. They make an announcement. They said the FAA, the cucks at the FAA said we can't keep you on the runway for 9 hours, so we gotta let you off the plane.
Right.
So they let us off the plane, and they're like, we have no idea. They delay telling us how long the delay is gonna be.
Right.
There's an hour delay to figure out how long our plane's gonna be delayed. To
figure out how long it's gonna be hot in Denver.
Right. So we get off the plane. Everyone's all pissed off.
Right.
And the lady at the gate, she goes, nobody go too far because we might have to put you back on the plane. I know they said an hour. It could be like 10 minutes also. Right. We don't know.
Bullshit.
So they're like, don't go to the restaurants. And they're like, don't go to the bars. You can't go to the bars because in the bars... you can't hear the announcement.
The bars are soundproof.
Right. Which I don't think is the case, but I think they just didn't want people drunk and angry.
Right, because a PA definitely doesn't go through the entire airport.
Right. And I was telling my mom, I was texting her, I was like, I'm going to get so fucking drunk that they're not even gonna let me on this flight.
You didn't say anything about the duty-free store.
Yeah, right.
Just leave a bottle of whiskey on the...
It's 3 ounces. They're all less than 3 ounces.
Hey, if you put the little bottles in your pocket, you don't have to pay for them.
I was just shoving nip bottles of Jack Daniels up my ass like get through security.
You're walking just straight-legged.
Best
clenched.
posture of my life. So I go to, she's like, go grab food, come back, because everyone's starving at this point. We've been on the plane for hours.
You can get food, no booze.
Yeah. So I went to go get like Qdoba, and I'm waiting in line. The line's fucking 10 miles long. And they're like, they make an announcement at Qdoba. They're like, nobody, you have to pay an exact change. There's a national coin shortage.
Shut the fuck up.
They're like, we don't have coins anymore, so you have to pay with credit card or cash.
The fuck up. We're only taking Ethereum at this fucking to-go subway.
This is a Dogecoin only Qdoba.
Holy shit.
How much more evidence do you need that we're living in a failed state of like, we don't have coins anymore?
This is how shootings happen.
I mean,
did I cut your punchline off?
I don't want to. No, I would never do that. I'm saying somebody less stable, somebody a little wacky.
Maybe the guy right across from
you.
Maybe.
I don't know. We're speaking in hypotheticals. Good luck proving
the guy
it in court.
Who assaults cyclists.
Yeah. The guy who's on record as admitting to several assault and batteries. Yeah. He might have something else in mind. So we finally fucking reboard. It's about 5 hours after we're supposed to take off. We finally reboard.
What time is this now? I guess it's midday, but that's still trash.
It's like they're telling us we're gonna get into I was supposed to land in Newark at 7:30, and they're telling us we're gonna get in at about 12:31 a.m.
Fuck.
Yeah, no good.
No good.
So we finally reboard, and as we're getting on the plane, the flight attendants, as you pass them, you know how they hand out little like hand sanitizer napkins or whatever. They point you to your seat. They're all going, welcome back. And I'm like, hey guys, read the room, not the move.
Well, dude, stewardesses they were fucking. In the bath.
Oh, they had an orgy. They had to bleach down the plane.
You know they all fuck each other.
Oh, yeah.
The captain was just like pounding ass for 5 hours.
The captain sounded like suicide. He gets on the PA. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, what is the point of it all?
That's just post-nut clarity. That dude just busted 3 nuts. Yeah. Now he's got to fly a plane for 4 hours.
Dude, he was like, I was like, this guy's gonna crash us into a field in Pennsylvania. Like he's so just like sounds like worse than us. Yeah. Like I'm like, you sound more suicidal than I do, and you have the ability to kill us all. So
he's just crushing baby Gatorades in
there. So we're again. There's there's screaming babies at this point. There's 19 babies on this plane. They're all crying.
Oh my god.
And like it's this one. It was one lady. God bless the woman sitting next to me had a small child. Incredible mother. This kid didn't make a peep the whole time. Right. God bless her.
Nice.
The lady sitting a few seats, a different story. She was a dumb cunt. Her kid was even dumber, and she would just let this little fucking monster run like shuttle runs up and down like the aisle. And the thing was like retarded. It would just bump, like just smack into people. It'd run right into your leg and fall over. And you'd be like, I'm so sorry. Like you just body checked this kid by accident.
You should legally be allowed to trip the shit
I wouldn't want to just drive a fucking...
ma'am, I'm a U.S. Marshal. I'm going to have to beat the shit out of you, son.
Yeah, but it's screaming. It's doing that like, like not that like the I'm upset scream that my parents are really shitty and they don't like slap me on the head when I'm too loud in public scream.
Right.
That if I did that, my dad would give me the fucking backhand.
Right. He's just making
head.
eye contact with every fucking adult, just saying like, try it.
Yeah.
Try me.
Yeah. So they finally go, okay, we're after about like 2 more half-hour delays of us sitting on the runway again. They go, all right, we're going to take off. I'm like, unless Muhammad Atta is in the cockpit with a fucking box cutter to your neck, you better put this plane in the fucking gear and get us in the sky.
I don't care if the fucking, the baggage is fucking beeping at this point.
I don't care if there's a ticking noise coming from the cockpit. I don't care. We have Denzel Washington from Flight, high on cocaine. Just get this fucking thing in the air.
Fucking
I don't care.
Do the whole thing upside down.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
I do not care. I don't care if we live or die. I just want to get off the fucking
I honestly
tarmac.
hope if the carbon monoxide levels are going up.
Yeah.
I just want to get there.
Right. And so, I mean, it's just finally we take off. I think it's like, all said and done, it was like 14 hours of traveling. It was absolutely
Disgusting,
unbearable.
Dude. That's gross.
But the funny thing is when we landed in Newark, there was like
God's country.
Yeah, because it's a plane full of just Denver, like Patagonia clad fucking white people.
Yeah.
And
the glasses with no lenses.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah,
like these fucking
just the
douchebags.
most Denver. Like they just took like the biggest hipsters and like mountain bros in Denver and just stuffed them on a plane in Newark. And we get to the baggage carousel. And there's just like this black guy in a Yankees fitted just going like, somebody like accused him of stealing luggage. And he's going, call the fucking police, yo. Deadass fucking call. And he's like throwing a whole I won't do the voice. No. But you know what the voice
That would be very rude.
Yeah.
Fill it in by yourself.
But he's just screaming and like just yelling at this like poor like baggage lady. And like the cops are showing up. And all of these just like travel weary like white people are just like huddling, and I'm like, oh, I'm home. I'm back.
Where did we land again?
Yeah, they don't have those in Denver. They don't have them. Call the fucking cops, G. Like, yo, I didn't steal shit, my guy. It's like,
it's because I'm black.
Yeah. He's pulling every card. He's got his girlfriend's just loud, like Hispanic, and she's screaming too.
Well, in his defense, he might be scared. He just saw 200 white people get
right. You see a mob of white people coming after you.
He's not taking any chances.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You know. Oh my God. Yeah. So it was.
Do you think black people get scared like that when they see 200, like white women do?
Just see us doing like all of our like everyone's doing horrible dances, like
just like
eating unseasoned chicken,
right,
up.
Trying to do TikToks while they're walking.
Oh my God.
That is an equally scary sight.
Mm-hmm. It was not worth it. 14 hours of travel to get to Newark, New Jersey. Not worth it.
To the promised land.
Yeah.
After that much travel, you want to get somewhere nice. You know?
Yeah. If it's like Tahiti or something.
Right.
Cool.
Hawaii.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta deal with like swamp weather in Newark.
God, I stepped off the plane. I was like, yeah, you just put one in the back of my head at this point.
Please.
Yeah.
Please, I want to go back.
Oh, my God.
No, it's been awful here, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know New Jersey was pretty much...
It's so bad, dude. I mean, I haven't been here in like a year and a half, and it's official. I'm like... I've adjusted to the Western climate now. I can't come back.
You don't really need it.
The bacon, egg, and cheese are not worth it. Although they are very good.
It's close, but I agree. It's probably not worth it.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I went to a wedding too.
Was it as sad as my performance?
No, it was pretty. I mean, it was just like a standard like white people wedding. You know, like people getting hammered, listening to Journey's "Don't Stop Believin'," dancing absolutely horribly. Okay. I mean, the worst dancing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much shit because I don't know who in my family. It was a family wedding. I don't know who listens to this.
Yeah.
I might have gotten drunk and did a little self promo. So I
you
don't know
probably told like 50 people we have.
Well, no, because everyone's like, dude, because I do screenwriting, and so like, I mean, you know, I write, but I've never been staffed before. Like, I'm still a loser. We're both still colossal losers.
Yeah.
But you tell people having a cool job is the worst thing in the world. Because you go, I work for Dell doing IT. Everyone goes, cool.
Okay,
yeah, awesome.
cool. Whatever. Want a shot?
Moving on, right. Mine, I've had 9 movies pitched to me. My aunt, her family's from Germany, and she's like, I'm pretty sure her family's like Nazis, and she's like, I want to make a movie about like them coming over here. I want to show they're not all bad. And you're like, are you trying to do a movie where the Nazis the protagonist?
This is a pro-Nazi film,
right? And nobody knows what, because I go, I'm a screenwriter. I'm doing mostly like television. They go, cool. I have a great movie idea. It's like, well, that's not what a television writer does.
Right. Your uncle's like, all right, so it's pretty much Norbit, but it's a white guy who plays it.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, Steve, can you fuck off?
We're gonna remake White Chicks, but it's called Black Chicks, and it's instead of 2 black guys in whiteface, it's 2 white guys in blackface.
Fuck yeah.
And seriously, like everyone's pitching me, everyone's telling me I've always wanted to be an actress or an actor, and it's like that has nothing to do. And I go, well, I just write. I would never cast it. And they're like, but you can like put me in your movie, right?
I don't see any screen time. You do understand this.
Yeah.
Like no casting, nothing.
No, but they just go, oh, so you want to be a producer? You're like, no, sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing with Distant Family. I don't have that as much, but I kind of catch on from other people. It's like they couldn't be less important to your life.
A lot of it was like, if we weren't related by blood, I wouldn't care if you live or die.
They're less important than like
and if you're listening to this from my family and you're not you, not you. The rest of them. You know who I'm talking about.
The pigs.
Right. I don't know. I think my dad's family listens occasionally, but they're cool. They're like all into like Trump and QAnon.
They're like, why'd you guys pull back on that Norbit joke?
Yeah.
I feel like you had like 10 minutes of material with the blackface.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
All right, relax.
Yeah. It's funny because my dad's like racist, a little bit. Sorry, Dad. He says my mom says he gets excited when I mention him. So hey,
shout out Papa Loge.
Yeah, but he goes, but he's like kind of like like funny boomer racist.
Yeah.
Like harmless, just like
harmless. Yeah.
Has a few IPAs, lets it slip at the dinner table. He's not putting on a white sheet or anything like that.
Try defending the term harmless racism on Twitter.
Right. But his whole family's from Florida, and it's a little less harmless down there.
The real jungle.
And he goes like, he'll go, I like to have a good time, but I think they really believe it.
That's a great way to put it. You're just like, I mean, they're the bad ones.
Yeah. You're like,
I do it for yucks.
I'm a weekend warrior. They might have a problem.
He's a racist justice warrior.
Yeah.
Racism justice warrior.
Yeah, man. So it was an all right wedding. I had the reverse of you. I had something. A girl next to me was flirting with me the whole time, to the point where my sisters pulled me aside and they're like, "You do realize she's trying to fuck you, right?" And I'm like,
"Yeah." They were making sure you weren't. Like...
I'm not that oblivious. Yeah. Right. But the thing is, I've been like ruined by like I'm just like a dork now about like because she was like, "Oh, you do like screenwriting?" Like, she's like, I loved Making a Murderer.
Right.
And I was like, well, now
so kind of similar to that girl, where it's just like,
yeah, well, it's just like now you're just not. It's not doing it for me.
I'm not. I'm limper.
If you're, she was like, I think Secession is the best film on television right now. You have to prime me off with a crowbar. Starts talking about Making a Murderer. It's like, next, please, put your tits away. I'm not interested.
Jesus Christ, yeah. I don't need to see your pierced nips. I'm good.
So we both struck out, but mine was just me being like a pretentious
you just
dickhead.
Kicked her out of bed pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just a pretentious loser. Yeah.
You're like, she's not good enough.
Yeah.
Just this hot blonde bitch.
Right. Yeah, I have my because I went from having no standards when I was in college to now having colossal standards, and it's equally as detrimental to my life.
Hasn't whiffed puss in like over a year.
I can't do anything. You have to understand this. I can't do anything the right way. I have to go to one extreme or the other. That's my thing.
You got to find like a sick woman.
Right.
I feel like you would do well with an older girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get that kind of vibe.
My mom would probably yell at me though.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'd be like, don't blame me. You either hug me too much or not enough. I don't know.
Everything comes back to you. I read Freud.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. I skimmed Freud. Probably, yeah.
Freud was a weird one. Just wanted to fuck his...
Speaking of psychological problems, I had to see my psychiatrist our 3-month checkup so she can give me more Valium. It's the law. I'm following
the rules. It is the law. You are following protocol,
dude. And she's a drug dealer. And I'm sorry, she is a drug dealer.
Well, you should have found that out when you have to schedule a session. You have to call her. You good right now?
Yeah. I just text her. You good? Yeah. She saved in my phone as like the plug emoji. Yeah. No, but like. So you have to see her. She's this like baddie old woman from Florida. She is like dementia, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure she prescribes herself some stuff.
Right.
Too.
She has no idea what planet she's on. She doesn't know. Every time I meet with her, she goes, "What do you want again?" Like Valium. She's like, "No Adderall." You're like,
"What are you on again?"
And she's like, "You sure no Adderall?" I'm like, "Are you asking me if I want Adderall?"
That's a wild question.
That's a hard maybe.
To ask your patient, "What are you on again?"
Yeah. I'm like, it's your job to know this. And you go like,
I could just lie to you right now and die.
Right. And like I half expected her to be like, "You want some? It's pretty good." Right. Just start chopping up lines on the table. Be like, "Here, sniff a little bit of this. Just tell me you don't want this shit."
Yeah. She's taking out her platinum card.
Yeah. She had a Bowie knife. She's snorting fucking Addy off a Bowie knife.
She's cutting bags.
Yeah.
Testing them.
It was weird when I walked into the office and she had Dirty Sprite 2 playing through the speakers. I was like, this is a weird vibe. You know, usually it's put on like a Pandora station. She had yeah. She got scale on the table, baggies. She's bagging up.
Yeah, the waiting room table just has a bunch of cuts on it for some reason.
But it was like a 15-minute appointment. Like I had to be like, I was just like, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Like things are going well. I'm real excited about like this writing shit and this, this podcast is really, it's really fun to do.
Yeah.
And she's like, cool. All right. See you in 3 months. And I was like, you sure you don't want to like?
So that's what everyone keeps telling me to do. Therapy.
And she's like, do you want 90 pills? And you're like, I still have the 90 you gave me last time. So I told her, I'm like, listen, I'm good. I don't need any more. Between you and me, I filled a few prescriptions, that wasn't supposed to fill. Because she gives me so many, you're never supposed to fill one before the other one's empty. It's a dumb rule. I like having. It's like going to Costco. You know,
that's the blanket of itself.
You buy in bulk, right?
That makes me feel better in itself. Is I have enough at all times to take myself out.
Right. It's a sense of power.
That's honestly the comforting part.
That's the ultimate form of power. Yeah.
No, but I'm starting to think these psychiatrists are like charlatans.
Oh no, dude, they're just like witch doctors. Yeah, it's a fake profession.
You expect them to take a Ouija board out at this point.
Yeah, and they just you go in, like the first thing they push the SSRIs real hard. You got to say no to those. They break your dick, and they don't really work from what I understand.
They don't do anything.
You want the fun stuff. If I'm gonna be addicted to pills to function, I want to at least get high off them. I mean, what is that?
Right, right. The SSRIs, they just give those to kids, so they're fucked up for the rest of their life. Yeah. They fucking bring an AR-15 to a grocery store 3 years later. Everyone's scratching their heads. 19 different psychotropic medications. Maybe that's. How about you just like talk to the fucking person?
That's the thing. Is it's just like because I do like real therapy, and that shit helps a lot. It's really good.
Like if I'm coming to you, clearly I have no one else in my life that can help me with this.
Right.
Because otherwise I wouldn't be talking to this stranger for $100 an hour.
It's like, imagine if you went to your friend, you're like, dude, it's like, I mean, I'm really going through it. It's been a hard couple of months. Like, my family's up my ass. My job it's just crushing me. I don't know what to do, man. I just feel like I'm at my wit's end. Your friend's like, I got some Percocet in the back.
Right.
That's what a psychiatrist does.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane that they're doctors.
Yeah.
Bullshit, man.
He's like, you ever tried Klonopin? I got a fuck ton of them, Makes it go away like that. Yeah, don't take too many or you won't be able to stop.
Right. You ever take some Valium with a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Ugh. Amazing.
Yeah. Just a couple Clonings with some Pinot. Shut the lights right off,
It's like, ma'am, I know that's how you deal with your problems.
Right.
But I need help. This is too expensive for this to be what this is.
You're like, I need help. They're like, we can do stimulants or depressants. That's about as close as we can get to help. We
Up
wonder,
and down, baby. You're not walking out of here.
Right.
The same.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I love the gun control debate. Everyone's talking about like,
interesting connection. Here.
Well, you'll say. So people like talking about, we need to ban this kind of gun, that kind of gun. I'm not gonna talk about that shit. Mm-hmm. But it's like maybe instead of like ban, we should think about why people are like going so crazy.
Right.
And what's prompting them to bring a gun into a supermarket and kill everybody in sight.
Okay. See, this is actually I agree with you.
Instead of being like, if we give them a smaller gun, maybe they'll get less people. Or a knife, How many people can you kill with a knife? 4 or 5 people?
Yeah, if we make the bullets small enough, maybe it won't be a one-shot kill, you know?
Maybe we'll curve the barrels a little bit. It'll make them harder to hit the people. It's like maybe we should just take a big step back and wonder why are we the only country in the world where habitually people bring weapons into public places and kill everybody in sight.
Only seems like the only country that this is
literally the only country.
I
where it
mean,
happens.
statistically, nowhere else do this many people. I mean, I don't know. Like,
it's maybe we're in a sick country. We don't. There's gas lines. We were driving down the highway back from the wedding. There's lines outside the gas station. Cordoba doesn't have any coins left. There's another mass shooting every week. Maybe our country's a little fucked up.
I mean, there's countries with civil wars actively going on where people get shot less a day than in Detroit.
Right.
Like Rwanda.
Yeah. Chicago is like it's a Call of Duty fucking team deathmatch there every weekend. I mean, like, we got some problems, you know?
It's no good.
And if you're crazy, you go to a psychiatrist and they're like, we can just give you a lot of drugs. They'll make you crazier in the long term. Short term, you're going to feel pretty good.
Insane.
Yeah.
So it's a good place we live in.
Well, you know.
Hey, but America, baby.
Well, on that very patriotic and happy note, thanks for tuning in, folks. We've had some fun today.
Land of the free.
As always, be sure to follow us on Twitter at the CBW Pod. Visit us online, thecouldbeworspod.com, for all the episodes you may have missed. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Dom, anything else to add?
Drugs are chill. Do as much as you can.
All right. Well, on that brilliant note, we'll see you next week, folks. Hang in there.
Deuces.